Hello, awesome artist. We are going to go through the steps to create a portrait of a family member. We talked about the difference between a portrait and a self-portrait during our art class. A self-portrait is when you draw a picture of yourself. A portrait is when you draw a picture of another person. We are focusing on drawing a portrait of a family member. I want you to think about which family member you are going to draw. We're going to be using a piece of white paper. You can turn your paper this way horizontally or vertically. I think I'm going to turn mine this way so that I can fit the whole portrait. You can also use an eraser as well in case you want to erase any mistakes you might make. So I'm going to think about my family member that I want to draw. I'm going to start in this part of my paper and draw the head of my family member. I decided I'm going to leave some space here on the paper because maybe I want to add some things that kind of tell us a little bit more about the family member. So I'm going to draw a picture of my mom. My mom is a family member of mine. So here's her shoulders and her arms and her torso. If you find another way to draw your family member other than this example, that is totally fine too. There's no wrong way to draw your family member. Now I'm going to draw my mom wearing a dress. She likes to wear dresses. And maybe you want to pick a different family member. You don't have to draw your mom. You could draw a brother or a sister, or maybe you have a cousin you want to draw. It's up to you. We're not drawing the whole family. We just want to pick one family member to draw. And right now we're just using pencil because we're going to go back later and color our drawing. And maybe I'll erase a little bit here to make the face look a little thinner. More of an oval shape. And I'll fill this in a little bit more later with my mom's hair color, which is brown. And maybe I want to draw a window here. Maybe a vase with some flowers. My mom really likes flowers. Okay, so that's one example. And here's another example. Maybe you want to draw a portrait of a brother or a sister. Maybe you can draw their body like this because it's a little bit easier than trying to draw the way I showed you before. Again, there's no wrong way to do this. Do what works for you. And then we could add hair. Again, if you find a spot that you need to erase so that you can draw a little better of a portrait, that's fine too. Maybe you want to do the body more like a rectangle shape. Maybe that makes more sense. Okay, and of course, have fun.